Welcome back guys to the channel. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Redmi Note 15 Pro. Yeah, that's right, we're reviewing phones now. Now I'm hoping this review is gonna give you insight into the phone's pros, cons, features, and everything else in between. So if you are looking to get into this phone, or you're looking to buy this new phone, or in the market for a new phone, check this vid out so you can know whether the Redmi 15 Pro is worth the money. So enough with the yapping, and let's get to this unboxing. Right, this is the Redmi Note 15 Pro box. It's nothing really special. You've got the text, of course, printed on Redmi Note 15 Pro. You got your massive 6500 mAh battery. Another selling point is the 200 megapixel ultimate clarity camera. You got text, of course, here, trademark of Google. You got your IME and stuff over here. This current model is the 256x8. It's a black. It comes in different colors, but I'm hoping this black finish will look nice. Let's unbox this bad boy. I'm a big fan of these pull-up boxes. It's just so satisfying. Let me do that again. Just show you. It's gonna lift. Just pull-ups. Alright, so you got your, of course, your Redmi plastered on top here. This has, of course, the SIM ejector tool. Right here, and also comes with the phone case. So, you get some nice accessories. You've got your manual user guide and everything in here. Let's put that to the side. You, of course, got the phone. Yeah. It also comes with a charger header, 45-watt fast charger. Then you also got the cable, which is a Type A to C. Yeah, Type A to C cable. One thing I also enjoy about this unboxing is gonna be the fact that it just comes fully stacked. You got your charger, phone case, SIM ejector tool. They're like going the different route where how if you buy like Apple or Samsung products, sometimes it's just you're given the phone, and if you expect anything else, you're just basically told to just go and kick rocks. So I like that it comes fully stacked. You get all the necessities, and if you want to buy other stuff, you can still do that, but you get the basics. That I really enjoy. Let's get that phone. In terms of like first touch, it feels nice. Doesn't feel too heavy. Feels pretty nice. For the battery, I'm kind of hesitant because you expect big batteries to like have a bit of heftiness to it, but you know what? I am ready to be amazed. Now for the main star, the Redmi Note 15 Pro. It literally just slips out of its covering thing. That is clean. I'm hoping the camera's picking that up. The curved display is super nice. We won't really know until they turn it on, but so far I am impressed. And for a 6000 mAh battery phone, it is quite light. Like, I know I don't have small fingers and I don't have the largest ones, but it seems pretty nice for one-handed use. And if you notice, you got your power buttons on the side. Volume up, hear that click. Volume down, power button. I'm noticing that the power button doesn't have a fingerprint sensor, meaning it's probably inbuilt into the screen. But for a phone like this, I'm not really a fan of inbuilt fingerprint thingies because you gotta push your phone all the way up and then do it. But for this phone, it is so light that like one-handed use doesn't seem too bad. This phone also comes with a 6.7-inch Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 AMOLED display, of course. So you're gonna be getting some super clean images. On the back, of course, you got that nice black finish. I'm liking it. I'm not really a fan of black on phones, but Redmi did this nicely. I'm hoping the camera can pick it up, but there's this certain glimmer to it, like a starry, what is it called again? Just like a twinkle or something, like glitter. There's like a certain glitterness to it. I'm liking. The camera cutouts though look super nice. You of course got your 8 megapixel, 200 megapixel flashlight, and then you just got this camera cutout that has nothing. It's kind of out of place, but like I guess it makes the phone feel more asymmetrical. Like the island just makes sense. But I feel like if you're buying this phone and you look, you might think you're getting 3 lenses and 1 flashlight, but actually you're only getting 2, 200 megapixel and 8 megapixel. So far I'm liking the outside. I'm liking the features. I'm liking that the phone is light. I enjoy having a phone that I can hold with one hand and just do easily, and for this it feels super nice. For a phone with such a big battery, I would not expect it to be this light. You can easily handle it with one hand. So far, external features, I am impressed. But let's see how it rocks once you open it up. Let's turn it on. Now the Redmi Note 15 Pro comes with a 6.7-inch 120Hz AMOLED display, boasting 3200 nits of brightness. So if you're using this phone outside or under direct sunlight, you're gonna see everything. And the colors are clean, distinct, and clear. You know, for a budget phone, you might think they may cheap out on the display, but it is nice. I am really enjoying how it looks. But one thing you need to take notice though is the screen is curved, but the display isn't. So, you know, if you're buying this phone and you think because you have a curved screen, you're gonna get a curved display, yeah, you might want to second guess that, because if I show you right now, you know, I'm not saying the display is bad, but like for a curved screen, you'd think you also get like a curved display, but for this phone, you only get a curved screen, but not a curved display. But overall, it doesn't take away from, like, you know, the immersiveness. I'm still enjoying the phone. I really like the display though. It is super clean, and the brightness is definitely there. It's not too bright where, you know, colors start bleeding into each other, but it is bright enough where you can notice little details of things. Now, in terms of smoothness, it is super smooth, like OG glass smooth. I am liking. Now, I'm definitely gonna have Subway Surfers gameplay, you know, to show you how smooth it feels, because that is easily my favorite game for showing display smoothness. But overall, I am liking the display. It's smooth. Viewing it from different angles doesn't change the fact that it is still clean. Turning the light off is still clean. Keeping the light on is still clean. Overall, it is a solid display. There's one thing I really like about this phone, and it's that responsiveness. If you open up, this is my favorite app for testing responsiveness, Subway Surfers. Now, if you look at the way I'm playing, I'm doing a lot of types, you know, I'm really moving my finger all the way. Left, I'm doing left. Right, I'm doing all the way right. Up, I'm doing up. Down, I'm doing all the way down. But if I don't want to do that, I can just do like super minute details, and the phone immediately responds. Like, look at that. Down, boom, barely move my finger and the phone responds. Up, left, up. And look, I'm barely moving my finger, but the phone immediately responds. I am really liking this feature, so big up for Xiaomi, because I am liking the smooth display. Look at that. I'm not really good at Subway Surfers, but we got that out of the way. I just wanted to showcase that smoothness. Now, the Redmi Note 14 Pro comes with a G200 Ultra Octa-core Max 2.2 GHz chip, which for this model comes with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs worth of storage. Meaning it is super nice when it comes to everyday tasks, opening up apps, leaving them on. Like, look, I have all these apps open and the phone is still responding nicely. Like, I don't feel like it's lagging at all. And one thing I also like is the fact that you can also turn down the hertz in terms of display. If you're somebody who's battery conscious, it's no problem. You can just come up here and change up the refresh rate. So if you're feeling like maybe you don't want a refresh rate that's too high, you can turn it down. If you want it higher, you can also turn it up. And if you want to do a custom one where it's like per app, you can still do that too. So you see, I can select up to 20. So it's super nice. I enjoy phones that allow you to have that setting in, which is super good. But if you feel like maybe you might not notice a difference, you can just keep it at 60 Hz. 60 Hz does guarantee you better battery life, but you can still keep it at 120 Hz if you're not super battery conscious. But for this phone, since you're getting 6,500 milliamps worth of battery, it's no problem. So, you know, you can keep it at 120 Hz or keep it at 60, however you feel. Because sometimes, even though a phone is at 120 Hz, and there's also 60 Hz, you might find that maybe your eyes are not noticing the difference. So it's up to you, however you feel. One thing I also enjoy is the fact that when you're looking at storage, it piles it up super nice, you know? You can see everything. You got your apps, images, all that type of stuff. System files only take up 20 gigs, which is pretty nice. But overall, it is a solid phone. Everything is working nice and clean. For gaming though, you have to know that yes, you do have an amazing chip, but for super high-end games like Genshin Impact, you might not want to put the graphics at, like, let's say max. You might want to tone it down a little bit. But for other games like Call of Duty, Free Fire, PUBG, it is no problem at all. This phone will run it super smoothly. One thing I also really enjoy is the fact that it handles so well. Like, I cannot stress the fact of how smooth it is. Like, going through apps, scrolling through, it is super nice. Like, it's super responsive. I really enjoy. And also turning on is like super nice. I can just tilt it, the phone registers, and then I can put my fingerprint and boom, opens up. Like, it doesn't even take long. Other apps, other phones might take a while, but this is just instant. So I can either turn it off like that and then tilt, phone registers, and then I put in my finger, or I can press and then just put my finger, and it's immediate. So I like that about it. Now this phone comes with a massive 6500 milliamp hour battery. Let's not forget that. And for a phone that has a battery that big, it is surprisingly light. Like, it is easily a one-handed type of phone to use. I know I don't have the largest hands, but also don't have the smallest ones, but in terms of weight, it is super nice. That is easily my favorite feature of this phone, just how light it is, yet the battery is massive. Xiaomi claims you can get 2 days of usage with this battery, but you want to take this with a grain of salt, because Xiaomi, they do this in like maybe nice, proper settings. But for you, maybe if you're like a super intense user, you're always using your phone on max brightness, doing super CPU heavy tasks or battery intensive tasks, yeah, you're probably not gonna last 2 days. But if you're like a moderate user, using it every once in a while, okay, not every once in a while, but like the tasks you're using it for are not like super intensive, and you're using it to medium to low brightness, you can easily do 2 days without beating a sweat. And one thing I also enjoy is that you get a 45 fast watt charger, of course, but 0 to 100 charging takes about 1 hour 30 minutes. Somebody can say that is small. Okay, compared to other phones, that is slow, but if you take into account that it has a 6500 milliamp hour battery, that is surprisingly fast. For other phones, they take less, but their battery is smaller. But for this, it has a large battery, and it's only taking 1 hour 30 minutes. So in terms of battery charging, that is an easily 10 out of 10. I am enjoying. And now for the main selling feature of this phone, which of course is the 200 megapixel camera paired with the 8MP ultra wide, and don't forget the 32 megapixel selfie camera, which is 1080p. If you've seen their marketing videos, they've really been hyping this up, and I'm gonna try to give this review justice. The camera quality is super clean and super impressive, especially for a budget device. The photos are sharp, clean, and extremely colorful, whether you're using the selfie camera or the main camera. It definitely has that Apple filter where photos and videos by default have saturation turned all the way up, so colors will look much brighter than they are in real life, which is really a pro if you want your photos and videos to look colorful and as sharp as possible. However, if you're not a fan, you can still turn the saturation down in post, so you don't have to worry about it. Now the zoom for the 200 megapixel lens is also quite nice. It still maintains quality, so the text is easily readable and the images are somewhat still clean when you zoom in. But if you do zoom in too far, just like all cameras that aren't like, professional, you should definitely expect a drop in quality. Video quality is also very clean, and just like photos, the colors are distinct and sharp. The built-in AI focus will make sure that the camera will focus on whatever you're recording so that everything stays sharp. Overall, it has a great camera and definitely a pro for this phone. So that was my review of the Redmi Note 15 Pro. If you like this vid, make sure to hit that like and sub button. I hope this video, gave you all the insights you need to know. So if you're trying to buy this phone, I definitely recommend you get it. But watch the vid for yourself, make your own opinions. But overall, I enjoyed making this vid. If you want me to make more, be sure to hit that like and sub button. If you want to contact us, you can hit us up on here, or here. If you want to get this phone for yourself physically, we're located in Development House, room number 8, Fast Flow. Hope you enjoyed the vid. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.